Good morning, beautiful souls. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale possibility, exhale doubt. Today we're diving into something raw, real, and revolutionary. How to change your life in 1 week. Not in a year, not in a month, but in 7 days. This isn't about perfection or a glossy Instagram filter on your life. It's about showing up, getting honest, and taking brave, messy steps toward the life you're meant to live. Buckle up. This is going to be a journey. All right, first let's talk about why a week. A week is short enough to feel urgent, but long enough to make a dent. It's a container for courage, a sprint toward transformation. You don't need a decade to start living differently. You need intention, action, and a willingness to feel uncomfortable. Change isn't a destination, it's a decision you make moment by moment. Day one starts with clarity. Sit down with a journal, a scrap of paper, or even the notes app on your phone. Ask yourself, what's one thing in my life that feels out of alignment? Maybe it's a job that drains you, a relationship that feels heavy, or a habit that's holding you hostage. Write it down. Don't overthink it. This isn't about solving world hunger. It's about naming your truth. Clarity is power. When you name what's not working, you shine a light on it. You're not hiding anymore. That act alone, putting words to your discontent, is a radical step. Most people spend years avoiding that truth because it's scary. But you're doing it on day one. You're already braver than you think. Now, don't stop there. On that same page, write one thing you want to feel this week. Not achieve, not acquire, but feel. Maybe it's peace, maybe it's freedom, maybe it's joy. This is your North Star for the week. Every choice you make will point toward that feeling. You're not chasing a to-do list, you're chasing a state of being. Let's move to action. Day one isn't just for dreaming, it's for doing. Pick one small, brave action that aligns with your North Star. If you want peace, maybe it's saying no to an obligation that's been weighing you down. If you want joy, maybe it's dancing to your favorite song in your living room. Small doesn't mean insignificant. Small is where revolutions begin. Here's the thing about action. It's not about getting it right. It's about getting it started. You might fumble. You might feel awkward. That's okay. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. Every step you take is a vote for the life you want. By the end of day one, you've named your truth, chosen a feeling, and taken a step. You're not the same person you were this morning. That's the magic of intention. It shifts you. You're already rewriting your story. Day two is about connection. Humans are wired for belonging, and no transformation happens in isolation. Reach out to someone who lifts you up, not someone who drains you or judges you, but someone who sees your heart. Call them, text them, meet for coffee, share your North Star. Say, I'm trying to feel more this week. Can you cheer me on? Vulnerability is your superpower here. Asking for support isn't weakness, it's strength. When you let someone in, you're saying, I'm human and I'm not doing this alone. That connection will anchor you when the week gets tough. And trust me, it might get tough. Change is messy. You might doubt yourself. You might wonder if you're doing it wrong. That's normal. Lean into that discomfort. It's a sign you're growing. Discomfort is the soil where courage blooms. On day three, let's talk about your environment. Your surroundings shape you more than you realize. Look around your space, your home, your desk, your car. Does it reflect the life you want? If you're chasing peace, does your cluttered desk scream chaos? If you're chasing joy, does your space feel lifeless? You don't need to overhaul everything. Pick one area and make it yours. Clear off your nightstand, put a plant on your desk, hang a photo that makes you smile. These small shifts send a message to your soul. I'm creating a life that feels good. No. Your environment isn't just physical, it's digital too. Scroll through your phone. Are you following accounts that inspire you or ones that make you feel less than? Unfollow, mute, delete. Curate your feeds like you're curating your life. Fill them with voices that remind you of your worth. By midweek, you're starting to feel the momentum. You've got clarity, action, connection, in a space that supports you. But here's where it gets real. Day 4 is about forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. We all carry baggage, mistakes we've made, chances we didn't take, words we wish we could unsay. That weight keeps you stuck. Today, write yourself a letter. Start with, I forgive you for, and let it flow. Forgive yourself for staying in that job too long, for not speaking up, for doubting your worth. This isn't about excusing bad choices. It's about releasing their grip on you. Forgiveness is freedom. It's saying, I'm not defined by my past. I'm defined by what I choose today. And yes, this might feel heavy. You might cry. Let those tears come. They're not a sign of weakness. They're a sign you're alive, you're feeling, you're healing, you're moving forward. Day 5 is about courage in the face of fear. By now, you've taken small steps, but today you're going bigger. What's one thing you've been avoiding? Maybe it's having a tough conversation. Maybe it's signing up for that class. Maybe it's quitting something that's no longer you. Fear will show up. It always does. It'll whisper, who do you think you are? Or what if you fail? Here's the secret. Fear isn't your enemy. It's your compass. It points to what matters. Lean into it. Take that step, even if your knees are shaking. You don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to do it. Courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And every brave choice you make rewires your brain to believe you're capable of more. By day 6, you're starting to see the shift. You're not just dreaming about a different life, you're living it. Today is about gratitude. Not the forced kind, but the real gritty kind. Look back on this week. What's one thing you're proud of? One moment that felt like progress. Write it down. Say it out loud. Celebrate it. Maybe you said no for the first time. Maybe you danced without caring who was watching. Maybe you forgave yourself for something you've carried for years. Those are victories. Own them. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's about rewiring your perspective. When you focus on what's working, you see more of it. You start to notice the small miracles in your day, the way the light hits your coffee mug, the stranger who smiled at you, the fact that you're still here, fighting for yourself. Day 7 is about integration. You've done the work. You've been brave, honest, and intentional. Now it's time to ask, how do I carry this forward? Change isn't a one-week sprint. It's a lifelong practice. What's one habit you can commit to? Maybe it's journaling for 5 minutes a day. Maybe it's checking in with your North Star every Sunday. And this habit doesn't have to be big, but it has to be yours. It's a promise you make to yourself, a reminder that you're worth showing up for. And when you slip, because you will, don't beat yourself up. Just start again. Progress, not perfection. Let's talk about rest. Transformation is exhausting. You've been stretching, growing, and showing up in ways you didn't think possible. Give yourself permission to pause. Take a nap, go for a walk, lie on the grass, and watch the clouds. Rest isn't laziness, it's part of the process. Rest also means celebrating. You've changed your life in 1 week. Maybe it doesn't look like a movie montage, but it's real. You're different. You're braver. You're more you. Throw yourself a mini party. Buy yourself a coffee. Dance to your favorite song. You've earned it. Now, let's get honest about resistance. Change sounds sexy, but it's hard. There will be days when you want to quit, when the old habits feel safer, when the couch is more tempting than the journal. That's okay. Resistance doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. When resistance shows up, get curious. Ask it, what are you trying to protect me from? Often it's fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. Listen to it, but don't let it drive. You're in the driver's seat now. Let's talk about your inner critic. That voice that says, you're too old, too young, too broken, too late. That voice isn't you. It's a story you've been told, and you can rewrite it. Every time it pipes up, counter it with truth. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm enough. Rewriting that story takes practice. You won't silence the critic overnight, but you can turn down its volume. Surround yourself with people, books, and ideas that remind you of your worth. Feed your soul with truth, and the critic will start to fade. By now, you're probably wondering, can 1 week really change my life? Here's the truth. Yes, but not in the way you might expect. This week isn't about fixing everything. It's about starting. It's about proving to yourself that you can show up, take risks, and choose yourself. The real change happens in the weeks, months, and years that follow. This week is your spark, your catalyst. It's the moment you decide you're worth fighting for, and that decision, it's everything. Let's talk about community. You don't have to do this alone. Find your people, the ones who cheer for you, challenge you, and hold space for your messiness. They might be friends, family, or strangers you meet in a class or online. What matters is that they see you. Community isn't just about support, it's about accountability. Share your goals with someone. Let them ask, did you take that step today? Knowing someone's watching can be the nudge you need to keep going. And speaking of going, let's talk about pace. Transformation isn't a race. You don't have to change everything at once. This week is about starting, not finishing. Give yourself grace to move at your own speed. Some days you'll leap, others you'll crawl. Both are progress. Progress can feel invisible sometimes. You might not see the change in the mirror, but it's happening. Every choice you make, every no, every yes, every moment of courage is reshaping you. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Let's talk about joy. Not the fleeting kind, but the deep soul level kind. This week, make space for it. Do one thing just because it lights you up. Sing off key. Paint a terrible picture. Run through a sprinkler. Joy isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's fuel for your transformation. Joy also comes from purpose. When you align your actions with your values, you feel alive. Ask yourself, what matters to me? Maybe it's creativity, connection, or justice. Whatever it is, let it guide you, let it be your compass. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. You don't need to save the world. You just need to show up as you, fully, bravely, authentically. That's enough. That's more than enough. Let's talk about setbacks. They're not just possible, they're inevitable. You'll have days when you fall back into old patterns, when you choose comfort over courage. That's not failure, that's feedback. It's a chance to learn, adjust, and try again. When setbacks happen, don't spiral, get curious. Ask, what tripped me up? What can I do differently? Then take one small step forward. That's resilience. That's how you build a life that lasts. Resilience isn't about being unbreakable. It's about bending, not breaking. It's about knowing that you can face hard things and come out stronger. This week, you're proving that to yourself. You're tougher than you know. Let's talk about identity. Who are you becoming? This week, you're not just changing habits. You're changing how you see yourself. You're not the person who stays stuck. You're the person who shows up, who tries, who grows. Claim that identity. Wear it like a badge. Your identity shapes your choices. When you believe you're brave, you act brave. When you believe you're worthy, you act worthy. So tell yourself a new story. Write it in your journal. Say it in the mirror. I am someone who chooses my life. And yes, this will feel weird at first. You might laugh at yourself. You might feel like a fraud. That's okay. Keep saying it. Keep acting like it's true, because it is. You're becoming the person you've always been deep down. Let's talk about surrender. Not giving up, but letting go. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the need to be perfect. Let go of the stories that no longer serve you. Surrender is about trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, trust in the messiness of life. Surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means showing up fully while releasing the outcome. You do the work, you take the steps, but you don't cling to how it's supposed to look. That's freedom. That's where the magic happens. By the end of this week, you'll have a new lens. You'll see yourself differently. You'll see your life differently. The problems won't all be solved, but you'll know you have the tools to face them. You'll know you're capable of more than you ever imagined. So here's my challenge to you. Don't stop. This week is just the beginning. Keep showing up, keep choosing yourself, keep being brave, messy, and beautifully human. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep going. And as you go, remember this. You are enough. Not when you lose the weight, get the job, or fix the mess. Right now, as you are enough. This week is about living that truth. It's about stepping into your power, your joy, your life. So go out there and do it. Change your life in 1 week, not because you have to, but because you can, because you're worth it. Because the world needs you fully, fiercely, unapologetically, you. Let's do this.